Hello Tarnished, welcome back to the channel. You're here with Ashewyn and today we're going to be playing some Elden Ring. Wow, I haven't gotten to say that in a few days. Oh my god, it's been a hot minute since I played some Elden Ring and uploaded a video to this channel. I have been away for quite a while. I just arrived back from Amsterdam where TwitchCon took place and I was working the event, so your girl's been busy. Unfortunately too busy to record some Elden Ring videos. And here I am trying to get my bearings again. Last time we defeated Star Scourge Radahn, and that was quite a moment, honestly. And so in the polls in the description of the last video, I asked all of you, what should we do next? Should we explore more Caelid, or should we just proceed on with Ranni's quest? And most of you said Ranni's quest. So I think that's the goal for today. Maybe we can have a few key conversations here at Roundtable Hold before we go forth and see what is out there for us. That's the plan.
I am pleased to
So
see
let's
you again.
catch up, shall we?
Would you like
I
me to
hope
hold
you've
you
had a wonderful
once
week,
more?
and I hope you haven't
The
missed these
blessing is still aflame in
videos
your
too
breast.
much. But
you like
things
to
have been a
yell?
little bit chaotic on my end. Let's put it that way. And
Now,
it's 33 degrees today in Sweden. I don't know for how many of you live in Europe and how many of you have been experiencing the heat wave, but it is hot. It feels really warm right now, so excuse me if I'm not the most social today. I still feel like so warm.
very
Speaking of that, tell me about the
I'd like you
dagger.
to find the owner of the
Right.
dagger I gave you.
We do have that quest
and
that she
return
gave
it to
us.
them. It's a very precious
I
thing.
don't think I've pieced together
It must have
who the dagger
the
belongs to
baby.
just yet. But our goal is to meet again with Blaidd. I believe we do have to go back to Mistwood or well to Siofra. We can take a look at our notes and see where that quest leads us to. But there was something that we needed to fulfill before we go forward. So let's have a few key chats, shall we? Yes, I have met Garank.
Then, owing to our duties shared, we are now
He's the
comrades
beast
in arms.
clergyman or something like
I
that.
think you've earned this.
What do I get?
The power of the Golden Order
To aid
the
those who
of
hunt.
those who live in death.
Oh, study incantations. Litany of proper death. Okay, this is all holy damage stuff.
Are you acquainted with a man named Roger?
Isn't he there?
You know, the piteous fellow
Yes.
hiding away on the balcony.
That's him. What about
He
him?
was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind.
But now?
No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside, breaks them.
Okay, so a lot of information revealed to us here that those who live in death look ravaged by thorns, and those are the people. That's how they end up if grace is sullied. Okay, so this guy definitely preserves the Golden Order and believes in it quite well. What about D
I
then?
serve the Golden Order, that I might put this crooked land to rights, following only the guidance of the great Elden Ring.
He's very much a
Those who live in
loyalist.
death fall outside the principles of the Golden Order. Their mere existence sullies the guidance of gold, tainting its truth.
Okay.
And so it is the vermin must be exterminated, down to the very last.
Guess that's his job then. Oh, is this who the Weather Dagger is supposed to go to?
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hand on that dagger?
Well, I spoke to Fia.
Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you?
Why don't I do it
Good work
myself?
Bringing this to me.
I don't know if I trust what I just did there. I don't know. Were we supposed to give it to D? Owner of a dagger, return to them. Special place in the owner's heart. Huh. I'm not too sure now. I guess we'll have to find out. Alright.
Ah, well then.
Okay. Nothing too much to do here. I'm a little concerned about that. I wonder if he's gonna be turning on anyone, or like Rogier, would things happen between them? Will there be another weird encounter when we like summon back into the Roundtable Hold?
Journey to the capital. The two fingers will do. You may be out.
Alright, so nothing too unique here in terms of conversation. I imagine Siofra River will have more for us, because we haven't even found the Divine Tower. I think that's really important that we find as well. So we can look into Radahn's remembrance, basically. But let's see. What do we do now? Night Maiden in Nokron below Salia. I guess from what I recall, we do actually head back. I probably should have looked that up before going into this, but I think it's a safe bet to just head towards Siofra Riverbank and work our way there. Let's see how things end up. If I actually still remember how to play the game. It has been a minute since I have done any gaming. Just finished up Final Fantasy 12 actually. And considering to start Stray, because I have been excited for that cat game. I have been so stoked for it. Probably gonna stream it, quite honestly. So now with me freeing up my time from things like Final Fantasy 12, I want to be able to play other games, maybe shorter experiences, maybe go back to some retros, like I don't know, Metroids. I want to play Metroid Dread. That's something I really badly want to play. All right. I wish I remember the dialogue exactly of where we're supposed to meet Blaidd. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm maybe gonna have a bit of a look-see. I'm gonna cheat, and peek into our former video and maybe just revisit Blaidd's conversation. Just so we have a bit of an idea of where we want to head to next. Because I feel like he might have told me that I need to head somewhere else first. But we will see. Okay. Heck these guys. Heck them. Alright. 3 big arrows stuck inside me. No big deal. Okay, so Blaidd said that we should meet him where the star bit the earth. Which makes me wonder... do we see that on the map somewhere? Do we know where it fell? And if so... If we do not, can we see it somewhere? Is the question. I know some people were pointing out to me that there's a marker that I was looking for on the map that was hidden by one of my own. So we probably will have to clear through that eventually as well. Like, one of the NPCs marked something on my map, but it's kind of hidden by some other things. Alright. So, I think we need a better view of this place. Just to kind of take a look at where the star might have fallen. I hope it's obvious. Let's see. Let's find a spot to travel to and take a look, because I can't imagine the star went very far. It could have, which then makes me think, well then, depending on where the star crashed or bit the earth, this might be a bit more of a discovery than I thought it would be. Huh. Well, I want to try and head up here regardless. I'm trying to think of, like, what are good vantage points where we could potentially look for the star. Like, Does it leave a burning trail? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold up. What's that? Could that be it? Now that looks weird. That has to be it, doesn't it? How far away is that? Is it where Fort Height is? Is it maybe around Siofra? Okay, let's go to Fort Height and let's see if we actually get a better vantage. Cause that is definitely weird. I wonder what the impact of the constellations returning to as they were. Whoa, okay. Alright, hold up. I don't actually want to fall here. So how do we do this? How do we do this? Guess there's probably a safe way to go around from here. Where are we exactly? So this is Fort Heights. This was where Mistwood was? Oh my. If that's the case, do we see a Blaidd around here? Alright, let's take a look. Oh hey, these were exactly where the ruins were. Wow, I didn't realize that this game, like the map changes up based on events that have come to pass. Now, isn't that fascinating? It makes me wonder just how different it was. I wonder if this reveals the Eternal City. Okay. That bear is still sleeping away in those ruins. That's for sure. Okay, that was too long of a drop. I could have actually just come from like around. I keep forgetting that these drops actually are super painful. I wonder how my gameplay is going to be today, considering I haven't played in a few days either. It's like, I want to say it's been more than a week at this point, which is wild to even think about. But not a lot of gaming happened while I was away. Didn't take a Switch with me. Honestly, I've learned recently to start packing lighter when I travel. And travel was bad. It was really bad. I had to fly out of Stockholm, which was okay. The bad portion of the flight was flying out of Amsterdam. And let me just tell you, if any of you are planning on like traveling this summer, especially if you're from Europe, don't do it. Try not to. Those airports do be hectic. I mean, I almost missed my flight. I was there 4 hours before my flight. I almost missed it if it wasn't for me meeting this like Canadian girl who was kind of like cutting through line and everyone was encouraging her to because she was about to miss her flight. Turns out her flight was the same time my flight was. And I was like, oh, I'm joining you, because I would have just stayed in that line and never made it to my flight. And that would have been pretty sucky. It was atrocious lines and queues, and it was miserable. I didn't realize how exhausting it was until I got home to Sweden, and I basically like all that exhaustion of the entire week rolled over. I was out. Socially, physically, did not feel good. Makes you wonder how to get here. Like, I wonder if I can just leap and I would be safe, but nope. I was not safe. What am I doing here exactly? Am Am I going about this the right way? That's what I have to ask myself. Because, you know, there is no Blaidd. We definitely haven't spotted the Blaidd. Things have definitely changed here. I'm not just seeing things. I'm not imagining things. I just thought it would be a little bit more straightforward, you know? So yeah, I'm still exhausted from my trip. Like, I socialized so much while I was away. I was on stage for 2 days, 2 full days. Hosting for a speedrun event. That was really exhausting. It was so much fun, but it was so exhausting simultaneously. We were doing Super Mario 64 speedruns, and the world record was trying to be broken live. And we almost got close. No world record was unfortunately broken, but it was very, very close. Someone actually got personal best at the event, and it was magical. Watching people get speedrun records in person live was like no other. It was so much fun. But dang, am I still tired. Is that a thing? Can you still be tired like a few days after an event is over? Because that's where I'm at right now. It looks like there are rocks I could jump to, but nothing too close to me that I would venture taking that risk, you know? Mistwood Roads. I wonder if it would just make sense to just go to the Siofra well and just check it out. Maybe here below. Well, that's below Caelid. So I don't know. This is weird. This is really weird. Can't tell where we might have to go. So it makes me wonder, did it actually... It didn't get destroyed. But we do have that opening. Oh, I wonder if this is gonna be a mystery, because I just, like, I asked everyone, like, what are we doing next? But now, I can't seem to figure it out. And I really do want to continue Ranni's quest. So, oops. It does frustrate me that it's not as direct as I thought it would be. There's a merchant. Okay. Let me actually speak to this merchant really quickly, because I don't know if I've ever picked up everything that I needed from them. Just a quick chat.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. Ugh, festering stuff. I do remember these being helpful. I could just pick up these livers. Hand axe. Picked up the cookbooks. Alright. I feel like we use this for crafting. Like anti-magic items and whatnot. Okay. To Siofra well. In hopes we actually find Blaidd, because he wasn't where we thought we would find him the first time around, you know? There's a lot that seems to be very confusing. I mean, the other item on my agenda would be to go see Ranni. Nope. No Blaidd here. So... all we can really do is head towards the mystical rocks that are floating. Which are in this direction. Maybe... Could he be on the ruins? Nope. Blaidd is not here. But interesting enough, this is where everything took place anyways. And we tried to go down. And that didn't get us anywhere. I don't think there is another way about this unless I'm missing something. Okay, let's grab those runes and let's maybe head to Ranni. Maybe we can even talk to, what was it, Selvius? Who might have like a better idea of what's going on. Maybe a comment about the constellations. I think it's the first time I've really sort of been stumped in how to proceed forward with this. You know, which is okay. I have a lot more that I can still do in this game that has nothing to do with this, but Ranni's quest was on my mind. And I don't want to walk away from it if I don't have to. Maybe I actually will get better luck here. Actually, going down this rock with what looks like the safe way. Hey, we actually got down. A little bit more exploration and we actually made it. Oh my god. All right. Perseverance. Let's go. There's also a big hole here. We gotta make sure that, you know, it's safe for us to head here. So we can drop down. Check what's around as well. But could this be Nokron? Just hidden below this entire time? Alright, first things first. Equipment. We need that little lantern. That lantern is really handy. There we go. There we go. Let there be lights. Alright. This just makes me reminisce to exploring Amsterdam again. It's been a few years since I've been in the city. And it made me realize just how much I missed the Netherlands. And how it's kind of like a second home to me. So it's just nice to be back, you know? When you haven't been in the place for so long, so much of it is just like nostalgic and dug away in your memories. And just walking the cities and the smells of the city and even just remembering places I've been to in the past. I don't know. It was a nice feeling. So that was sporific grease. Some melted mushrooms right here. Oh. This is Nokron, the Eternal City. How fascinating. Well, before we proceed, you know what we must do. We must take pictures. Okay, let's explore Nokron. It gives me sort of like... ooh, DLC Dark Souls vibes. But also Bloodborne and like Ruined in Orlando. Can't really put my finger on which one exactly. I wonder if I can make that jump. That looks like a doable jump. Alright. Just scared that I'm gonna fail some of these. Silver Tear Husk. Well, that's new. Alright, let's take a look at the Silver Tear Husk. It looks very similar to the clots. There it is. A hardened husk shed by a formless life form known as Silver Tear. Oh, is that what we have collected? Found in and around the Eternal City. Material used for crafting items. The Silver Tear makes mockery of life. reborn again and again into imitation. Perhaps one day it'll be reborn a lord. So even these silver tiers in these games have ambitions. The ghost flame torch. Now something tells me that could be a key item. And if not, a use item. I really need to pay attention on pickup where my items go to. Every single time. I lose where they've gone to. Alright, there we go. Metal torch that burns with cold ghost flame. Tool of the fallen hawks who prowl the underground rivers. When the band's last embers were used up in their long search, they began to burn the bones of their fellows, acquiring the cold ghost flame, but sealing their fate as dwellers of the underground for all eternity. That's dark. That is dark. It kind of reminds me of that one movie. I don't know if anyone else... Ooh, there's a lot of pools of reflecting fluid. Like, it looks just like Mercury. Anyone saw that movie about a plane crash? It's based on a real story of the plane that crashed in the mountains, and people had to do what they could to survive. I think of that when I think of this cold flame, which I imagine things must have been pretty desperate here. Okay. So they attack fast. Being cautious is probably a good thing. Alright. Those probably will hurt. Ooh, nice. They just whiff right past me on this slanted rooftop. Alright. Okay. I feel like there's a decent amount of runes coming out of this area. That's a rune arc. Alright, there's some pickups down here as well. More blobs. I love blob life forms. Makes me wonder what else we will see out here. Other than certain death, because I just rolled over that gap. Jumping is your friend. Jumping is your friend. You shouldn't be rolling in this game. Abuse the heck out of those jump attacks. Abuse the heck out of those jumps. And then there's just me. I was like, maybe I should roll. When I had like no proper vision of this place. And we haven't even found like a bonfire. Unfortunate. Alright. Pretty easy to get back down. A very fascinating place. Makes me want to revisit those notes that we took about Nokron and learn a little bit more about it. And makes me wonder just how far did Blaidd get ahead of us? And what we will find. And what are the implications on Ranni's fate? Really? Did I really just lose 13,000 runes because I decided to jump too far with my horse? That's what happens when you don't play for a few days. Just judgments like fly out the window. It's like, yep, I think I'll make this jump. Or maybe I'm just being a little hurried. Or maybe it's the heat. Or maybe we can blame a whole bunch of things. But that's okay. Alright. I'm curious to see where this leads. Makes me excited. It sets my heart aflutter to know what's waiting for us. And if it's possibly another hard boss. Because Radahn was fun. Radahn is like the kind of boss that makes you go, oh my god. Poor Torrent. Could not Skyrim that. That was my fault. it makes you want to experience more of those. Like, I don't know if anyone else feels the same way about like these games in general, but the adrenaline, the difficulty, the thrill of the fights is what keeps me returning. And so I have now a really strong desire, because I did that speedrunning event at TwitchCon. I hosted for it. It was really fun to commentate for, but it made me really miss speedrunning. It made me really, really miss it. I feel like I need to make a comeback. And so I have this like desire to pick up Dark Souls now and begin to learn all bosses. I attempted learning it at one point, but the route has changed quite a bit since the last time I learned it. And it was not the easiest, let's put it that way. So I anticipate many challenges, but that's the fun part. Gaining mastery of a game. That's what I live for. I don't know about all of you, but sure, of course I enjoy like fun and casual games here and there, and I'm gonna play Stardew this weekend. I'm really looking forward to that, just playing Stardew with a few friends. It's so relaxing. But I need my challenges every now and then. I need things that make me feel a little more alive, even if they can be a little bit painful. Oh, okay. So, that roll R2, that does a significant amount of damage. Could open up with that because it seems like they have like 400 HP overall. Oh. Alright, let's make the gap before we do anything risky. More golden runes. It feels like I'm not the only one that had the idea to explore Nokron. Feels a lot of these lost nobles that we see around in the world who are also like spirits also have the similar idea. Alright, how about a jump? Okay. A jump R2 is enough. What is this? Oh, is that where... That looks like where the scarab or the dung beetle decided to disappear off to. Alright, nothing off the sledge. We're gonna be using our eyes. I think FromSoftware really likes levels like this. Like, we see it in, like, Dark Souls 2. We see it in Dark Souls 3. We see it in every one of these games. There's quite a few levels like this. Please be a site of grace. Not a site of grace. Where is it? I do like games, like, I think Yakuza was one of the last ones I had that was an experience like that, where you can play a game and it has an item in your inventory that sort of like gives you an audio cue whenever you get close to a specific item of interest. That kind of stuff is fun. Imagine having one of those for things like Sites of Grace. That would be actually kind of cool. I wonder if I need to equip the cat ring just for safety. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, zombie. Zombie thingies. Do not want to die. Okay. Easy to die, but those are scary. They kind of look like Titans from Attack on Titan, but smaller. They were attacking me with a torch. Ooh, they also have arrows. Okay. Clarifying white meat. I wonder if this is where the white meat comes from. Alright. Dodge these arrows. Oh, I don't want whatever status this is. Is it the ghost flame? Alright. Strafe that. Oh. That works too. Hey, I needed those glove warts. I needed those for something. Alright, those are the rest of their arrows. Okay, okay. We're surviving. Me 1, them 0. They haven't gotten me yet. A sign of grace. How much I wanted to see you. I feel like in some areas, we can find so many sites of grace. Like they're littered all over the place. And then places like this where you're like, please, just a crumb. Just a crumb. Nokron. Eternal city. Beautiful. But very eerie. Dew-kissed herba, melted mushrooms. These feel like items that are very apt for this area. And it makes sense that they're kind of like pale walkers. You know what I mean? Which makes me remember that August, we have a brand new Game of Thrones show coming out. But the fact that these are like decrepit, white-bodied enemies who probably haven't seen the light of day in forever, you know? Not spirits like what we saw in Siofra. Oh, they come and charging. They come and charging. I see what you're up to. Alright. Oh, I missed. Their defenses are a little bit hard to break. Generally, like, an R2 should be enough to break it, but I guess my option is to go around. Which works too. Alright, there we go. Got him. Good defenses, though. Alright, this is what we're missing. We're missing our little lantern. Our trusty little lantern. Okay. So what lies in this rubble and ruins? Ooh, little fireflies. I've never seen a firefly in person. And then I was watching a friend's Instagram story, and they went to like this park with fireflies, and I was like, oh my god, I want to go see that. That looks beautiful. So I really look forward to seeing things like this someday. Like I love being able to see the sights of the world and travel, which is why I like going to Amsterdam, despite, you know, the world being in the state that it is, despite there being COVID. I mean, I had to go work. It was kind of like a necessity. I do miss seeing the world. I do wish and hope that I can do it again. Being in a city and just walking around is one of my favorite things to do. That's why games like this are also so wonderful, and that's why I spend so much time in them, picking them clean. Because they really are invigorating. Okay. We combed this area. I do need to visit my lore again, though, to just sort of, like, read up. Ghost Glovewort Picker Bells Bearing. Oh, a bell bearing! Oh, hello? Revisit my lore to read up more on Nokron City. We could probably even play around with physics again. There is our first one. Offer to the Twin Maiden Husks for new item access. To gain Ghost Glovewort. The bell bearing of a forager who once picked Ghost Glovewort flowers. I see. That's our very first. Hello, fiend. You shall die. Alright. Aside from that, we always talk about things I'm like watching on this channel. I finally got around to starting Umbrella Academy Season 3. I really like how they handled Victor's introduction and just like Elliot Page's transition. That was really nice. I'm on an episode right now where I'm honestly quite upset with Allison. Something that she did that was just like, oh god, that is terrible. I'm not gonna go into detail what, but If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So far, it's interesting. I wouldn't say the story has me as gripped as season 2, but I don't feel bored. I don't feel bored. It's fascinating. I just wonder how they're gonna get out of this pickle this time, you know? And that's it. That's it. I'm really watching. I know I've been recommended things like watching the movie RRR. It's an Indian movie on Netflix, and it is a follow-up to 2 prequel movies. Haven't really looked into that very much. But I don't have time to watch movies a lot. Oh, Great Shield Soldier Ashes. Don't have much time to watch movies or, you know, just kind of watching the things that I can. I tried to, like, download a few shows on my phone because I always do that, offline downloads when I travel. Didn't get around to them. But I was just like, oh, just in case, you know, just in case I'm, like, stranded somewhere, I need some entertainment, I don't have Wi-Fi or anything of the sort, I would have something available to me. But definitely there are some HBO shows that have my interest right now. Like, I need to go back to Euphoria Season 2. I want to check out Tokyo Vice. Or is it Tokyo Midnight? Game of Thrones. The prequel that features the story of the House of Targaryen. I don't know how that's going to go, but excited about it. I'll give it a go, and I may enjoy it or I may hate it. I am open to the possibilities. Wow, this view is just lovely. And then there's like some things I need to catch up on that I've been wanting to watch, like The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent in the Cage movie that came out earlier this year. But mostly it's been games recently. Like, I want to play Stray. There's quite a few horror games that have come out recently. Like, I think one that starts with an M. Can't remember what it's called right now. Quite a bit, though. Ooh, Somber Smithing Stone 4? Are you... Wait, is that the one that we need to upgrade our greatsword? Are you telling me we might have found the crafting material that we need? That would be pretty cool if we did. Can we enter this, like, mausoleum crypt thing? Doesn't look like it. It just exists? Just something that we can walk around. Oh, they're butterflies. We can pick those up. Nascent butterflies. Okay. Well, we've almost regained all of the runes that we've lost. But we get quite a bit in this area, which tells me we're like in the part of the game where we can be getting a lot more runes overall. Alright. These stairs do descend into the city. Lots of silver tier husks, which makes me wonder what might we be able to do with them. Okay. Down these steps. Wow. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I thought we would be able to get here at some point or another. That is very cool. Alright. I color me happy and impressed. I am very glad that we now actually get to explore the verticality. That is Siofra and Nokron, and it makes sense that they're in the same space. Ooh, that whip movement. Dang, girl. You earned that one. I didn't realize it looked like a sickle. I didn't realize it could actually be a sickle, maybe not a whip, but I didn't realize it moved like that. I was just mesmerized by this whole place, which means like all these like upside down structures that we saw earlier, like hanging from the ceilings of Siofra, they're probably a place that exists in this realm. Okay. Pick up like a whole bunch of inventory items that I don't know if we're ever going to be crafting into anything. We've been pretty good about crafting stuff in this playthrough, but not everything. Like those liver beasts that we saw earlier, I was like, yep, I definitely need those. Okay, let's see how this thing moves. Oh yeah, it definitely extends like a whip. Oh, fascinating. Okay, got her. Drink this for safety. Alright, got that. It almost looks like this, they patrolled with her, kind of like we had some things in Stormvale Castle sort of moving in pairs. It's very similar. More gloveworts, more golden runes, melted mushrooms. This place also gives me, how do I put it? ESO vibes? Oh, hey. Oh, hey. You know what these blobs also remind me of? I don't know if anyone's ever watched that one Canadian 3D show called Reboots, but the particles and textures of that give me Reboot vibes. Oh my god, that was a show. Oh, it was so cool. Now that I watch it, I'm just like, oh, this kind of seems a bit lame using all these like computer and PC terms to like talk about like, ooh, hackers and the mainframe and the CPU and stuff like that. Like now it's just like, oh, okay, that's kind of lame. But back then it was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Oh, hello, there's a fog gate. Very, very cool. So it kind of reminds me of that texture. I don't know what I was talking about beforehand. I've completely forgotten. I am so sorry. I just am like this. I will just keep starting and dropping topics. Blame my ADHD. I do blame it every day. All right. Let's actually consume a physic off the bats. I don't feel like I'm ready for this. Whatever it may be, it has been a minute. Oh, that's me. Well, that's a very formidable weapon to be wielding. I wonder if I like came in with a different weapon altogether. Would I just have an easier time with this? I mean, it doesn't seem hard. I know my movesets. So I'm not really like fussed. Oop. I should have known that was coming though. Me versus me. Who will prevail? Did you just throw a poison dart at me? Literally tossing things from my inventory at me. Fascinating. Literally mimics every part of my builds. Gotcha. Almost got them. Ooh, nice dodge. There we go. Okay. I was scared for a second, but it's alright. Silver tier mask. Silver tier mask. That is weird. So this is just maybe a higher life form that aspired maybe not to, maybe it was the one that aspired to be a lord. I mean, because we're kind of on that track as well. But that mask, like the mimicry, that is so cool. Weird, but cool. Mask fashioned from the corpse of a formless silver tear, supported by its hardened, shed husk. Greatly increases arcane to the detriment of physical attack power. Oh, okay. To imitate the imitator is a cunning play indeed. Wow, that's really weird. I feel like I'm wearing one of those like thumbtacks that you have when you're sewing. But even more bizarre. Okay, well, I do need the physical power, so we will not be using that. But this arena looks a lot like the one where we found the corpse of that one spirit beast that we fought off in Siofra. Alright. I feel like harder things await here, though. This was just kind of like, nah, damage check. I mean, oh, you know what we haven't done? I actually haven't watched what Radahnn's fight, or Radahn's, not Radahn. Why am I saying Radahn? Radahn's fight looks like with summons. I missed out on that epicness. I know, I'm sorry. And I will have to, in my defense, say that my soul's brain was like, ooh, summon bad. You know, you could do this by yourself. Not that summoning is bad. I really just, you know, have always preferred to play these games doing it myself. So I missed out on an opportunity to really experience something in an epic fashion, which is all on me. I guess I really just hadn't considered it when I was doing it, where it's like, oh, well, this is how they intended things to go. It is a Coliseum. We do have attendees. And honestly, it didn't really even make sense to me that it was kind of like a group participation thing, you know? Where they award you trophies for sportsmanship and participation. But yeah. That's my excuse. What's yours? Alright. It's also really interesting to see how these markers... Like, I have not marked places in Siofra, but I think these are places above Siofra. And how they just permeate the ground. So that's really cool. Because you're just like, oh, okay, so like what's under this point? Where does it match in Siofra? And you're like, oh, well, that's actually like right here. And it's kind of neat for those that enjoy like level design. I was actually watching a speedrun at GDQ, the one that just passed, Summer GDQ. Games Done Quick. And they had one of my favorite games of all time. Ico. Or Ico? Made by Team Ico. You know, the ones that have made Shadow of Colossus, Last Guardian. Also made Ico. And Ico is one of those games that if it did not exist, it wouldn't have inspired Miyazaki to quit his day job and begin development of games. You play that game, or you watch it being played, and the level design, phenomenal for its time. Unbelievable. Incredible. The gameplay, the evocative scenes, the non-speaking characters, all of that, so stunning that it really makes you feel where Dark Souls really started off, where it really had its like inspiration, where Demon Souls really learn how to walk. And this came to mind because it was one of those games that really was sort of revolutionary with level design at its point. And I highly recommend that, you know, if you haven't experienced it for yourself, that you maybe watch a playthrough of it. It's really stunning. Are we where I think we are? Isn't that in the distance here? We saw that like one person standing. I died multiple times trying to get up to that person to just see what they were looking at. What they were taking a peek at. So at least now we know. Or we will discover very shortly. Okay, it seems we can go left from here. We can go under this bridge as well. And we can follow across it to see if anything lies here. Like, this is so pretty. I don't know what is it that causes, like, are these all fireflies? Like, what causes the sort of night shimmer, the stars in this area? Makes you really wonder. Yeah, the constellations, the glows. What is that? Let's hope this drop isn't death. Nope. Alright, we're okay. Pick up our millionth mushroom. Oh, a spirit. Alright, what are you looking at, spirit? Lord of Blood, Your Eminence, I beg you, grant me a seat at the table of the dynasty. Long live Mogwyn Dynasty. Long live the Mogwyn Dynasty. Mogwyn Dynasty. Lord of Blood. We've talked about the Lord of Blood before. It's not our first encounter of it. I feel like it was very early on within our experience that we talked about it. Like, Eternal City, Starlight for power and droughts. That's Starlight. There's Starlight. Forgot about that. Eternal City had a black moon hanging above. Oh, we never found the left Dectus medallion, or the right half actually. The Atlas Plateau to Leonia. We also had Lord Kenneth involved with all of this. But who is the Lord of Bloods? I'm sure these memories will come back to us very, very soon as we explore this lore. I'm just happy a lot of it is still kind of within my memory, you know? I figured by now I would forget things. But we're still doing okay. Look at these hunters. They stand no chance. And now their animals flock. Run! I have no qualms with you. Okay. What's down here? Ooh, I have a tickle in my throat. Oh, pfft. I was running into a bird that didn't notice me, and I did not notice it. It's really interesting that there are actually birds here. So we can actually descend into whatever this place is. Okay. I don't know if it's where we want to be heading, but we can descend. I feel like there's lots that we've missed by heading down this route, but I do hope it pays off. I do hope discovery pays off. This place is massive. What gave them the right to make such a massive game? Ooh, Celestial Jew. Who gave them the rights? Alright. Ooh, clarifying horn charm. I will be checking that. There it is. Greatly raises focus. An accoutrement worn by the ancestral followers greatly raises focus. Focus governs resistance to sleep and madness. Oh, very, very cool. Said to be a budding horn, the ancestral followers believe that the horns of a long-lived beast continue to bud like antlers. And over and over again until the beast one day becomes an ancestral spirit. Yeah, that was the fascinating stuff that we learned about the ancestral spirit that we faced off with. Very cool. So I imagine sleep is something that we're gonna have to encounter and build resistance to at some point or another. So we gotta be mindful of that. Now we know it exists. I just gotta keep an eye out for any instances where we might need to use it. Because I feel like this is one of those games, like FromSoft games, it really does help to pay attention to the items that you grab. Like, I know it can be really hard. I know that was my first playthroughs of these games. Like, I just kind of like picked up everything, didn't read any descriptions, had no idea what they did. And I was like, oh my god, items, 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 so many items. But like, I only really kind of concerned myself with weapons. And shame, because I missed out on so much. So much. So keeping in mind of the items that you pick up just really helps, at least for me. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember reading something about this. This feels like it would be handy here. I don't always remember though. But it feels like piecing things together. Parts of a puzzle. This feels like that one structure that had a corpse. Or was it that one right there? Yep. This one is one adjacent to it. Smithing stone 5. We will do our best not to fall. Yeah, there was loot there. There was a person there. Who is not to be found now. Okay, so we took our drop. Now what? Other than one item, did it really pay off? Oh. Maybe it will. Can we use torrent here? We can. Okay. Alright. I really don't know if we've actually been here before. Something tells me we haven't, though. Alright. How do we safely make these drops? Alright. Seems okay so far. Have we been here? Have we? No? I don't believe so. So what is that? Dragonkin soldier that struggles to get up. Oh, that does damage. Okay, well, it looks a bit feebled. It looks like it struggles. Oh, I hate that I couldn't get that. Oh, poor Torrent got hit. But this thing is going down. That it looks so cool in concept too. Like I really just want a closer look at this Dragonkin soldier. Dang, dragon halberd. It's a dragon halberd. I like halberds. Huh. Halberd shaped like a dragon and wreathed with both ice and lightning. Alas, the Dragonskin soldiers never attained immortality and perished as a decrepit, pale imitations of their skyborn kin. Oh, that's so sad. So dragons immortal? But Dragonkin never attained it. That's so sad. It kind of just makes, just like hung down here so low on the ground, unable to just climb to the heavens and the skies. And it really kind of demonstrated that in that fight. That was heartbreaking. Really, really sad. And it looks like the last of its kind, just hanging around here. Oh, Marika's Scar Seal. Where did you go? Me never paying attention to where items find themselves at. It's somewhere. It looked really small too. We never read the description of these soldiers. Spirits of Great Shield soldiers who belong to the Fallen Hawks, a band of soldiers that once explored the Eternal City, stout defenders with a steady guard. Though their methods are somewhat crude, they work well as a squadron and will attract the attention of enemies or lob ghost flame from the rear guard. Me just being really confused. It's like that sound Tim the Toolman Taylor makes from Home Improvement. The That's me right now. Like, what? Where did that go? It can't be a oh, it is a medallion. That looks like an eye. An eye engraved with an Elden Rune, said to be the seal of Queen Marika. Raises minds, intelligence, faith, and arcane, but also increases damage taken. These seals represent the lifelong duty of those chosen by the gods. Very cool. So we actually gotta pay attention to that symbol, the rune, in case it comes up again. Because that would be the seal of Marika herself. Okay. Let's look around a little bit. Because we fell in, immediately rushed to... I bet there's a crab that would emerge from these waters. Rush to Dragonkin. But clearly there's much more to see here. I don't know. Wow, there's so many of them. I don't know if I'm gonna kill every single one of them. But I will browse the area, I guess. Ooh, they actually give quite a bit of runes. Could be well worth it to just kill them. Okay, I mean, only takes a few rounds to kill some. I hear bells. Alright, easy farming. Easy farming. Ow! They do move in herds. Ow! And they hurt. Okay, they're lined up. They're lined up for the count. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Ow. I think Torrent graciously tanked that for me. Okay. Look at that. Almost like 3k runes or 4k runes just off this one particular spot. And all I'm doing is just spending time on my horse, you know? Some quality bonding time. Alright. Some fireflies. They do hurt though, they do hurt. I will try not to underestimate them. Why were there so many though? Okay, so this drop is kind of above those like octopi that we like find hanging out below. The ones I tend to refuse to fight. Let's see if we can get off here and see if we can find anything. Huh, there's an item here. One that Torrent wouldn't have been able to get. Dragon Wound Grease. That's for crafting. Or an item that we can use. somewhere. Solidified grease made from a mixture of gravel stones. Coats armament, granting anti-dragon effects. When the dragons were born from the ancient kin, they lost their stone scales, which can now be used to cause them mortal harm. That is like Sita scaleless, essentially. It's cruel. Remove them of their scales, and they become more easily wounded by the very thing that protect them. Dark, very dark. Okay. So this is where we descended. No crabs. We can descend further here. Gotta check my perimeters. Make sure we're not missing anything. This looks like an interesting spot. Formic rock. Is that also part of crafting? It's probably resources. There it is. Rock formed from solidified giant ant venom. Highly acidic. Found near Ainsel River and other places where giant ants live. There are giant ants here? What? Why though? I was like talking about this like not long ago. I think I was playing like Monster Hunter Rise. It was like, I'm really glad that there aren't just giant insects that we have to fight in this game. Because seeing some insects up close, like magnified, not that nice. Not that nice. I don't need to see their beady eyes up close, you know? I can live without that. So I really, really hope we don't have to fight giant ants. Not a fan. But they're not as hated for me as, they're definitely gonna be ants. As cockroaches. My most hated insects of this world are cockroaches. Cockroaches followed by ticks. Hate them both. Like, people generally hate spiders. I love spiders. Spiders are friends. They protect me from all the nastier creatures. I also really dislike this like one breed of biting ants I grew up around. Just like, those bites hurt. I don't know if anyone's experienced an ant bite, but they burn. They burn and they itch and it's terrible. So I'm really glad I don't get to have those kind of bites every day anymore. It was one of the downsides of living in a desert. Where are we right now? How far down have we stumbled? Okay. Okay. I imagine with the fact that we've picked up the item that we have, yes, we have done all of this before. So at this point, it would only make sense that we return to the Mimic Tier. We return to the Mimic Tier, and we can actually go back and look through Nokron. But I'm also thinking about how this might be a very great place to stop for the day before we really get, you know, too far in our explorations, because we've discovered the whole weird ant route routes. We've taken out the Dragonkin soldier, so that remains to explore the left side, which I imagine will lead us to like Nokron City proper. Possibly. We did find hunters in the area, these ones. There is a path here, so I imagine where there's path, there's some sort of civilization. At least I hope. We just have the aid of Torrent in our exploration. Alright, there we go. Nice. I love that pickup animation. I love sweeping them. Ooh, singing. Singing has never boded well for us in these games. Let's see where it's coming from. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to make sure you weren't gonna attack me, but she one strong lady. Oh my god, respect. Respect. Oh my. Oh my. We might get demolished. Wow, she's so much bigger than the males. Beautiful voice, though. I wonder what this blue stuff really does. She just slaps the heck out of you. Kudos to her. Love a strong woman that can beat me up, you know? I mean, I realized this after I watched like Thor: Love and Thunder. Just I definitely love a strong woman. It's a thing for me. I mean, I think it's a woman. I hope so. Either way, it doesn't matter. That was very cool. Very, very cool. I thought it was going to be a little bit like less violent because I was like, oh, that kind of looks cool. But we've had to light these flames before, so I imagine there are many pillars of the likes in this area that we will need to look out for. I do see others in this area. Oh, I see another beast. I actually do hope we have to find another beast. And those helms, those antlers, I need a set. I need a pair. We had pretty dopey looking horns before that we were wearing for a while. I need a cooler pair. Ones that glow blue. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, okay. This just reminds me of that one dragon next to Ranni that took off. And we never got to see the finale. But here we face off with a red wolf. A lot of wolves, actually. Oh, ow. Fair. Fair. I understand. These are your grounds. This is your territory. I respect that. I will just come back again. Actually, this is a fantastic stopping point. Just reminds me of these really cute dogs I watched today. Just like jump into the water. It's a really warm day, so they just like ran and bolted into the sea and jumped in for a nice little swim. And their owner tossed a few toys around, so they were like competing on who would swim faster and get it. And they started like growling at each other, like, "Arr!" It was like my toy. I got to it. No, I'm taking it from you. It's really adorable. But that means next time, now that we've actually finally made our way to Nokron, Eternal City, we will get to explore the entirety in this direction. And we will get to see if we actually will be able to reach this area. I imagine there's probably a gate of some sorts. Like feels like there's a decent amount that we have yet to unveil. And meet Blaidd. Meet Blaidd. Like, where's Blaidd? I came out for you here, man. Like, you led me here. We did it in the name of Ranni, but I expected to see you at the very beginning. So where are you, dude? Where are you? I hope we have an even more fantastic episode following up on Monday. So thanks for being here. Thank you for choosing the route of following Ranni's quest to Nokron City. I really appreciate your votes. Thank you, Tarnish, for joining me yet again. I'll see you in the next one.